Jai Gurudev, thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. We are very eager to learn more about the Sringeri Sharda Peeth, its historical importance, and its connection with two significant figures in Hindu tradition, Adi Shankaracharya and Rishashringa. To begin, could you briefly introduce Sringeri Sharda Peeth and its relevance in Hindu culture? Jai Gurudev, and thank you for your interest. Sringeri Sharda Peeth is one of the four cardinal mutts or monastic centers established by Adi Shankaracharya. Situated in the town of Sringeri, Karnataka, on the banks of the Tungabhadra River, it is dedicated to goddess Sharda, the goddess of learning and wisdom, and is considered one of the most revered centers of spiritual knowledge and education in India. The Sringeri Peeth holds a special place because it symbolizes the unbroken line of spiritual leadership and the propagation of Advaita Vedanta, the philosophy of non duality, which was expounded by Adi Shankaracharya. That is fascinating. We know that Adi Shankaracharya made significant contributions to the spiritual landscape of India. Can you elaborate on his role in the establishment of the Mathas and his philosophical contributions? Absolutely, Adi Shankaracharya was not just a philosopher, he was a visionary reformer. In the 8th century CE, he traveled extensively across India, restoring the unity of Sanatana Dharma. His most profound contribution was the consolidation of the Advaita Vedanta philosophy, which teaches that the individual soul Atman and the ultimate reality Brahman are one. This was a critical point in the history of Indian philosophy, especially at a time when the country was divided into various philosophical schools. To preserve the teachings of Vedanta and ensure the spread of knowledge, Adi Shankaracharya established four mutts: Sringeri in south, Dwarka in west, Puri in east, and Jyotirmat in north. These mutts not only became centers for the study of Vedanta, but also played a key role in preserving and propagating Vedic traditions, ensuring their continuity in the face of foreign invasions and other challenges. That's a monumental legacy. What role did Sringeri Peeth play in this vision? Were there any specific educational contributions? Sringeri Peeth was particularly significant because it housed the Sharda Vidya, the knowledge of the goddess Sharda, who symbolizes learning, wisdom, and enlightenment. Adi Shankaracharya established Sringeri to uphold a tradition of Advaita Vedanta and to impart Vedic knowledge. This temple and matha there have always been centers of learning, and they continue to be so even today, offering courses in Sanskrit, Vedanta, and other sacred texts. One of the key contributions of Sringeri has been the preservation of manuscripts and ancient texts, many of which were brought here by Shankaracharya himself over the centuries. Sringeri has become a beacon of knowledge for scholars from all over the world, and the ongoing academic programs maintain the relevance of these ancient traditions in the modern world. That's impressive. Now, I understand that Adi Shankaracharya, often linked to other figures in Hindu history as well. One such figure is Rishashringa. Can you tell us more about Rishashringa's contribution to the temples and mathas? Yes, Rishashringa is a fascinating figure in Hindu mythology. He is said to have been born to the Rishi Vibhandaka and was raised in a forest without any contact with women. He later became famous for his role in the Vedic rituals and sacrifices, particularly the Ashwamedha Yajna. The hot sacrifice. Rishashringa's connection to temples and mathas is often associated with his pivotal role in the spiritual and ritualistic traditions of ancient India. According to the scriptures, Rishashringa was instrumental in performing important rituals and sacrifices for King Dashrath of Ayodhya, which eventually led to the birth of Lord Ram. In the context of temples and mathas, Rishashringa's role in ensuring the proper conduct of Vedic rites and the propagation of sacred knowledge is highly revered. That's an interesting perspective. So, would it be fair to say that both Adi Shankaracharya and Rishashringa contributed to the establishment and growth of the temples and mathas, albeit in different ways? Absolutely, both Adi Shankaracharya and Rishashringa played complementary roles in shaping the religious and spiritual landscape of India. Adi Shankaracharya was a unifier, codifying and spreading Vedanta and establishing the mathas as centers of philosophical inquiry. Rishashringa, on the other hand, helped strengthen the ritualistic aspect of temple worship and sacrifice, ensuring that the Vedic traditions remained firmly rooted in practice. Adi Shankaracharya's contributions were more philosophical, emphasizing the importance of knowledge and direct experience of Brahman. Rishashringa, by contrast, focused on the proper execution of Vedic rites, ensuring the divine order was maintained through ritual purity. Together, their legacies support both the intellectual and ritualistic pillars of Hinduism. That's a wonderful way to put it. Moving forward, could you tell us about the ongoing role of Sringeri Sharda Peeth in the contemporary world? especially in terms of its outreach and educational program. Sringeri Sharada Peeth continues to play an incredible important role in contemporary Hinduism. Under the leadership of the current Sringeri Jagadguru, His Holiness Sri Bharati Tirtha Swamiji, the Peeth has expanded its efforts to reach a global audience. Not only does it offer traditional Vedanta and Sanskrit courses, it has also established modern educational institutions in various fields such as engineering, medicine, and commerce, all while remaining rooted in the values of Sanatana Dharma. Sringeri is also involved in charitable activities, including healthcare, education, and support for the underprivileged. One of the most noteworthy initiatives has been the establishment of charitable trust that provides medical assistance and supports the education of underprivileged children in rural areas. The Mata also runs various programs promoting the preservation of Vedic heritage and Sanskrit language through seminars, workshops, and publications. That's inspiring. It seems that Sringeri Sharada Peeth has not only maintained its spiritual relevance but also adapted to the needs of modern society. Before we conclude, do you have any thoughts on the importance of these ancient traditions in the present day? Yes, the ancient traditions of Hinduism, including those propagated by figures like Adi Shankaracharya, Rishashringa, and institutions like Sringeri Sharda Peeth, offers a timeless wisdom that can guide us through the challenges of the modern world in a time of increasing materialism and fragmentation. These teachings offer us a vision of unity between the self and the divine, unity within the diversity of human experience. The emphasis on knowledge, spirituality, and service to humanity is as relevant today as it was in ancient times. The principles of Advaita Vedanta, the belief that all of existence is interconnected, can inspire not only individual growth but also social harmony. Sringeri Sharadapeeth, by preserving these traditions, ensures that this wisdom continues to illuminate the minds and hearts across the globe. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. It's been an enlightening conversation, and we truly appreciate the opportunity to learn more about the Sringeri Sharadapeeth, Adi Shankaracharya, and Risha Shringa's contributions. It was my pleasure. I hope this conversation has inspired you and your audience to explore and appreciate the richness of our heritage. May wisdom and knowledge guide us all. Jai Gurudev.